Hey y'all, it's Alicia. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. And I may actually schedule this so that it appears in the morning because it's 1:39 a.m. folks. Oh yes it is. And why am I making a video at 1:39? Well, I just got back from the Walmart, the far away Walmart that my poor husband had to drive me to at like 11:45. And I'm going to tell you why. I promised you a funny video, and I think I will upload this in the morning because I might be sleeping in a little bit. I'll tell you. All right, so today, in between everything that was going on that was super amazing and exciting and everything else, my aunt had a car accident. I tell you, people, I don't know. I'm spiritual and I'm not religious, but I'll tell you, someone was looking out for me today. My aunt had a really massive car accident, and her entire car was totaled. And thank goodness, touch wood, she's okay. And this is the aunt that I'm close with that lives across the parking lot. You know, the one who always looks in on me, who cooks me my favorite food, and who always checks on how my mom's doing. And she's a big source of support. And her car was totaled. And she's in her 80s. So I was super worried when I heard about the accident, and clearly she was checked over by paramedics and her pressure went up, but that's very normal when you've had this kind of collision that's this serious. Person we think ran the light, and that's why she was T-boned. Whole car is trashed. It's unbelievable the damage to the car. But my aunt seems to be okay, and I say that just meaning that she got cleared by the paramedics. We did get her pressure down, and I spent the day with her, and I feel like it's another blessing. It's another blessing. Because looking at that car, you wouldn't believe that she walked away without scratches on her, let alone some kind of serious internal damage. Now, we all know that physical damage from an accident shows up with 48 hours later. So we are going to go have her scanned and checked tomorrow, just to be sure, because things can show up later that didn't show up in the first 12 hours. But at least this wasn't a catastrophe of any kind. And I feel like, again, not religious, but spiritual person, someone was looking out for me today. Someone was looking out for me. And I'm really grateful that she's okay. I'm so grateful. And then I came home, and there was that great old box from Miss Jellybean, and the amazing gift from Letitia, and the beautiful book from Corn. And I thought, this really is the most amazing blessing. Like, I've had a blessed day. And I'm going to open that box for you tomorrow also. From Jellybean, because it's a big box and it was too late. But so why am I coming on at 1:39? What the heck happened after all that? Well, in between all that, I thought I would go get me some Fabric-Tac because I was low. In fact, I was out. So remember I said I had my Fabric-Tac? Well, I used some for some stuff, and then I was running out, and the bottom of it was like a little bit not great because it had been sitting for a year. So I'm like, oh, I'll run to the Hobby Lobby. It's literally like a 2-minute drive. I get to the Hobby Lobby. There's no Fabric-Tac. So I find the gentleman who's in charge of that area, and I say, sir, where's the Fabric-Tac? And he says, we're not carrying it anymore. And the look on my face must have been total shock and like horror, because he looked at me funny and he said, ma'am, we haven't carried that for months now. And then I explained to him that I was away and that this is like my favorite glue and, for using with fabric, and he says, he points to the EC6000. I'm like, oh no, that stains things. And he said, well, we have a new one that a lot of people are buying. It seems to be pretty similar. And I was like, because, look, I used the Helmer's 450 all-purpose while I was in the Holy Land that Frank Garcia Studio sent, and it worked quite well. But it left a little ghosty shadow that I didn't love, so I did the fold-over method for shakers that Kathy and Tree suggested, and that worked. But I love this stuff because you can make a tool shaker right to the edge. You don't need to do the fold-over, and it dries clean, which means you can make cute little mini shakers out of ephemera that you can gift to people or use in your projects, and I love to do that. So I was like, no, sir. I need to find Fabric-Tac. So I go to the Michaels. Now the Michaels is like a 2 to 4 minute drive away from the Hobby Lobby. I live that close to a Hobby Lobby and a Michaels. So I go there. And they only have these 2 little itsy bitsy bottles of it. Like the kind I bought for those gift boxes for like Australia, New Zealand, Singapore. Like the little ones. And that's all they've got. Now the other day when I went to get that, I didn't pay attention to the big ones because I had enough. I wasn't looking, folks. Did notice something was a little funky. No. So I go to the front at Michael's, and I'll just let you know that at Michael's, those little bottles are $10. You can use a coupon, But okay, so you'll pay $6, but it's like a tiny little bottle. And I wanted the big bottle, the 8-ounce bottle, which at the Hobby Lobby, if you use a coupon, is like, I'm not kidding, it's like $4 or $5 max. Really. So I was like, okay, I go up to the front, and my favorite cashier is on, and we have a great chatty relationship, she and I. So I said to her, what is up with the Fabric-Tac? Are you not carrying it anymore? Is there a problem? And I'm feeling a little panicked because now I know Hobby Lobby's not carrying it. And she says, I'm not really sure. All I can tell you is we haven't restocked it in a while. And I was like, I can see that because you only have the 2 little bottles. And she's like, yeah, you know what, Leash? I haven't seen it. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, well, can we ask a manager? But actually her manager was on break and there wasn't anyone to ask. And I was like, wait, is it possible that they're canceling Fabric-Tac? And she's like, I don't know. But I know a lot of people have been asking after it, and we don't have it. And I said, well, Hobby Lobby not only doesn't have it, they're no longer carrying it. So now I'm feeling a bit anxious, right? I'm like, so I come home. I should go back, check on my aunt first. Come home, find Jelly Bean's amazing box, Letitia's incredible gift, the amazing book from Corn. I feel very blessed. And then we hit Sabrina's goal, and I had to do a bunch of stuff. And the next thing I know, it's 11:40 at night. And I'm thinking, I'm going to be in trouble if I can't find me this Fabric-Tac. Because, if you order it on Amazon, it's an insane price. So I do a little checky. And the Walmart that's nearby us, they don't have any either. It's out of stock. And I'm thinking, uh-oh, we got a problem here, folks. But I find out that the Walmart that's further away, and I mean quite a bit further away, like 35-minute drive away, has some Fabric-Tac in stock. And it's now 11:40 p.m., 11:45. So I go into my husband and I say, oh, you need to take me to the Walmart. And he says to me, well, why do you need to go to the Walmart? Are we going there tomorrow? And I said, yes, but there's a bit of a Fabric-Tac emergency. So I explained it to him, and his eyes kind of glaze over, but he's like, how important is this? And you have to understand, he was already exhausted. And I was like, honey, it's really important. It's really important. I need this for my projects. That man, God bless him, drove me to the Walmart, the faraway Walmart. We just got back. It's 1:40 now, 1:40 something. I get there, and there's only 2 bottles, folks, of this. Only 2 bottles. So there was nobody around. Everyone was Christmas shopping. Let me tell you, the place was busy, but there was no one in the section. So I finally found a woman in another section, and I asked her to come over, and I said, look, I just took the last 2 bottles of this. We only have 2 on the shelf. Thank goodness it's the large one, it's the 8-ounce. Are you guys not carrying this anymore? And she's like, I don't know. And I said, well, can we ask around? Like, is there a problem? And she's like, what I mean by that is, she said, is that we unpack, like we unbox, and we've got staff that do that overnight. And I have noticed, she said, that over the last month or so, we have not received any new shipments of Fabric-Tac. So this is a red flag alert. Sabrina, right? This is a red flag alert. There may be, I don't know if it's just Southern Florida. I'm located just north of Fort Lauderdale, folks. But there is a Fabric-Tac shortage in my area. And quite frankly, I have a feeling it's about to become an obsolete product. Now, it's made by Beacon Glue, just like the Helmer's 450 all-purpose is made by Helmer's. So I'm going to do a little research to see if they're not making it anymore, or if stores are just not carrying it. Because we're hearing about Tuesday mornings closing all over the country. We're hearing like Susan Tootsie Tucker's Hobby Lobby has shrunk its crafting section. I wonder if they're just not carrying some of these products anymore. But I'm going to do a little research and I will let you know. But I now have 2 bottles, which you think would be a whole lot of glue. I know Jelly Bean's going to be like, how much glue do you use? She always teases me about that with the Tombow, right? But I got to tell you something, folks. 2 bottles of this is not going to last me that long. Not for the amount of projects I intend to make in the next 4 weeks. So I have got to resolve this. Now, I will tell you, Helmer's has a fabric version of their glue that I've never tried. It's supposed to be just like Fabric-Tac. Remember, I used the general all-purpose one in the Holy Land, which you can use for fabric, but they have an optimal glue product that I've never tried. So I'm also going to order that as a backup, and I'll let y'all know how it holds up in the test, the glue test. I'll do a glue test and show you. But I just want to raise a little alert. I know some of you have access to Fabric-Tac, the minis, at your Dollar General for $1. or you have access to it somewhere else for like $1.25. If you do, just in case, pick it up. Because if this is in fact being discontinued, or if stores are just not going to carry as many craft products, you may find yourself in my position where you had to run around looking for Fabric-Tac. And I want to help you avoid that. Plus, it really could be obsolete. I don't know. I'm hoping not. I love this glue, folks. I love it so much. I know you do too, Sabrina. So I'm just raising the flag so you're aware. And I thought you'd get a good chuckle that your girl had to run out in the middle of the night to get 2 bottles of Fabric-Tac. But you know what? Someone was looking out for me again, because I did manage to get 2. I did. Tomorrow we're going to be doing We Wishes, and I'm really excited for that. And I'm sure you all are too. And I also have a few other things I want to draw your attention to that I think are really, really important. And I'll do that tomorrow when I'm not so sleepy and more alert. And I want to thank again so many of you mentioned our drive for Sabrina. You did it today, you did it last night, and I'm so grateful. I'm going to properly thank you tomorrow. All right, y'all, this sleepy girl is going to bed. Those of you who love Fabric-Tac, I suggest you load up while you can. All right, y'all, bye for now.